Welcome, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Today we're talking about the month of November, and it's going to be really good for your work and health stuff, and even rentals and pets. And it's going to bring about some tremendous change in your significant love relationship part of your chart or your business partnerships. And this is going to be a huge energy for you in the month of November. It's all coming through Mars and Venus stories this month, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge perhaps for some of you in those relationship parts of your life, but boy, do the work and health things look pretty darn amazing. So welcome to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Lori Lothian, and I am using the Western Tropical Zodiac. I like whole sign houses and minor asteroids, and if you want to subscribe and like, you'll get a lot of this content from me during the month ahead. 26 to 7 videos every month, all signs videos. Secondly, a small quick promotion for you. Just bear with me. It's going to take me 10 seconds because you'll never get this offer again. 35% off my 2024 All Signs videos in pre-order from $88 to $55. This doesn't ever happen. You're not going to get that discount anywhere else. Even Black Friday won't be this much. So if you want to pre-order 75-minute videos, 12 videos each, you can buy the bundle of those at 35% off, and that is a one-time offer for pre-order sales. Later on, you can buy individual videos and the whole bundle, but not at a discount. So check out my description box link below if you want to get that pre-order discount right now. The order will be ready by the 3rd week of November, and you'll be able to take possession of this content that never goes to the public. Okay, it's always just private. All right, so moving forward to talk next about your month ahead. Let's get going and talk about what Venus is up to. She's the Lord of your sign, and she's loving you up in November. Oh, I paused the recording to knock somebody into my waiting room. I'm still here, guys. I'm recording. Okay. So bottom line, let's go through the big events of the month. First of all, then we'll do the dates that are most important. So first of all, we do know that 3 planets are changing signs this month, and that means there's a whole feeling in November of things feeling a lot different. And that's going to be Mercury and Venus and Mars all shifting gears into another sign. Now, when Mercury shifts gears on November the 9th, and then on Venus on November the 8th, there's 2 changes at once. Venus is heading into Sagittarius on November the 9th, and then Venus is following suit into Libra on November the 8th, or vice versa. And, you know, there's a tonal quality of the Sagittarius part of the sky where Mercury is going to hang out, where he feels under the weather or debilitated in his ability to execute the details and the minutiae that he's so normally good at. And this can be a very good cautionary note for you to pay attention to your stock market investments, your taxes, your insurance stuff, your shared monies with a spouse or a business partner. 8th house money, chunky money, is under energetic condition of having Mercury there, and he can be befuddled or unsure. And it could even be times in which you think you see what's really happening with that stock or with your partner's money, and you think you've got the information you need, but you don't really have it. So be really cautious then between November the 9th and December the 1st with that, because that's when you're going to find that your ability to handle those money affairs wisely are a little bit not what you would normally expect. Sometimes Mercury is like accounting, but Sagittarius is an accountant who doesn't know how to do the work. So be careful again that as you hit your old abacus and your money and investments and you're trying to figure all that stuff out, that you're just a little bit more careful. However, there's some good news because Mercury forms a sextile to Venus, like a flowing, harmonious aspect by whole sign all through the month of November after the 9th of November. And this means that they work together a little bit. They're helping each other. And so Venus is in your 6th house of work and health. Now, by work, I mean your job, your employment place, people you employ or that you're employed by, the work routines, your office space. Even if you have a home office, I call that your 6th house. And Venus could beautify your home office, find you a enjoyable job, get you a raise in your work, bring a new person into the workplace who's female, who's going to treat you well. So this is a nice Venus energy in your 6th house. And it's really good for pets, if pets could do well, but you might want to buy a pet under this influence between November the 8th and December the 4th, because that means that pet will bring you blessings in life and be a soulmate pet, because the South Node is there as well. It's good for rentals. If you want to rent a property or you want to lease a property out or be the tenant for a property, you could find yourself getting some sweet deal or some very positive developments here regarding property rentals. And lastly, your health. You know, if you want to be more healthy, Venus says, I've got the balance and equilibrium to help you be healthy in ways that you you enjoy. Let's work on this together. And it's a health blessing. So if you're a Taurus and you've been stressed out about your body or your health, Venus here from November 8th to December 4th could really help you out quite a lot. She is the Lord of your sign, so she wants you to do well. Now Mars moves into Sagittarius, and don't forget we've got Mercury there starting November the 9th, and then Mars follows him on November 24th. Mars in Sagittarius is a feeling, okay, of something about your 8th house getting some momentum. Investments, payoffs, payouts, the inheritance settles, or there's a battle to settle the inheritance, but at least Mars is taking action right now and figuring it out, or big changes to do with your insurance policies or taxes or mortgages, and Mars is trying to make some rapid fire shifts here. Big change from November 24th to January the 4th. So you got Mars moving in after Mercury's befuddlement, because Mercury gets out of there in early December, as I said, on the 1st. Mars here could have you fighting over money and having to fight over something like who gets what in a marriage separation, for example. So be careful. I mean, if fighting happens, it happens, but it can be contentious, conflictual energy in that part of your house, okay, your part of your sky. Now, we're going to talk mostly about what Mars is doing in Scorpio, which is your significant marriage type relationship place. And this is intense energy, Taurus, okay, especially for the rising sign Taurus. I mean, if it's your sun sign, we could be talking more about career stuff, and your moon sign about home and where you live and safety. So your rising sign is what we really can get the most juice from, I think. So let's go into this story of the chronology, because we're going to get to the big November 14th to the end of the month, like to the 23rd, 22nd, because that's when Mars is going to do something really extraordinary in your 7th house that you haven't seen for a long time. I just saw a spider on my window. I had a dream about a spider web last night, and I just remembered it talking to you guys. Interesting. So anyway, so let's go with the details, and we're going to talk to the big humdinger, where there's some kind of death and rebirth in significant business and marriage partners this month for you. So starting off at the beginning of the month, there's a tension in the sky as Venus is opposite Neptune, and that's never going to feel so good, because normally the two of them can co-harmonize as like divine love, higher love, peaceful, sweet, magical, dreamy, unicorns and rainbows, but not this time. Venus is in Virgo, a sign of her debility. She's not in good shape here. She's in her fall. Neptune around 25 degrees of the sign of Pisces is across the way. That's the axis of your 5th and 11th house, and it could bring some big energies to the forefront to do with your children, your sexuality, your romance, your creativity, and your passion creative projects, all 5th house things. Venus is trying to give you sensible joy, practical sex. I don't know. She's moving through your 5th house in Virgo, but the downside is when she crosses Neptune's gaze across the way, there can be some disillusionment, some breaking of a spell, or some redefinition of what your deepest wishes and hopes and dreams are regarding your relationship to pregnancy, children, and even to do with your sexuality. It is a fertility transit when Venus moves through the 5th house. Just keep that in mind, just so you know that it could induce pregnancy for you or your partner. So she is going to be moving through Virgo, but she's leaving Virgo eventually. As I said, she's moving into Libra on November the 8th. So this is a pregnancy transit in the beginning, but we start off in the beginning of the month with that disillusionment around love, about children, about creativity, about your projects, about what brings you joy maybe. And a friend could let you down as well. You may be disillusioned or dissuaded, or having a bubble burst about some kind of friendship that you thought was worth keeping, as you find something about that friendship that's less savory or less likable. Like moving into November 6th to the 8th, this is where Venus, your girl, trines Pluto, and that's a really powerful wealth and love energy. And it's still that Venus in Virgo, right? She's still there. And she's flowing to Pluto at around the 28th degree of Capricorn. So the last degrees of your 5th house, this is really going to affect any Taurus sun and moon and rising with 25 to 29 degree placements for those sun, moon, and rising signs most intensely. But all of you will feel it, okay? It's not just for them. And it can be like you're really powering up something to do with Pluto in your 9th house. Academics, father figures, foreign shores and travel. Venus loves leisure travel in the 5th house, leisure travel to a foreign country with lots of romance planned and involved. You might just be planning the trip, maybe taking it November 6th to the 8th. when you have to deal with anything to do with your children and they're in school or academics and colleges, if that's the story, then that's going to help facilitate positive things for them during that window of time where they get these powerful activations of what they need, the money, the loan, the right school accepting them or something like that, or just doing really well in their own studies. And lastly, if you have a talent you want to learn, something you've always said, I've always wanted to learn knitting. I mean, Venus in the 5th house can really help you activate a skill or a talent, like a talent that you have. And Pluto in the 9th house is going to power it up. Now, 9th house, meaning of your life, the Dharma, what do you really want in your life? And maybe you really want to cultivate that talent, and maybe you have to really come to terms with the fact that you want to cultivate that gift or talent. And that's really active for you on November 6th to the 8th. On the 11th and 12th, Mars is going to oppose Uranus. It's a little bit combustible, explosive energy of the nature of the unpredictable. Having Mars moving through the house of your significant marriage type partner, live-in relationship, whatever, your longer term person, your person, it's going to make them contentious, right? They're going to be like gnarly and argumentative. And he's been in Scorpio for a while. Go listen to last month's video. But he's now going to oppose or come into a frequency with Uranus of disagreement. Now you're acting like the freedom-loving, coloring out outside the lines rebel with Uranus in the house of you, embracing change really, which most fixed signs don't like, right? But you've been dealing with that since 2019. Or 18, actually, May of 18, or March. And now you have this Mars opposition to this Uranus. So go back to the first week of August of 2023, what was going on in your life, because that's the last time this happened. 23? Oh, so sorry, 22. 22. I think I said it wrong in the other video. It's okay. 22. That was when they were conjoined, right? Mars was conjoined with Uranus. So now this is the opposite energy in the house of you. This is Mars opposite. So expect some combustion, some explosive, unpredictable actions regarding your significant committed love and marriage type relationships or business partnerships. Okay. That's all I can say. Legal contracts as well, battles over them and unexpected disruptions in legal agreements and vows of some sort. And that's happening for you guys. Yeeks on the 11th to 12th, and on the 14th to the goodness gracious 21st of November, the Sun and Mars are going to be conjunct, but they're exactly conjunct on the 17th. And that's of course in the house of your significant other. It is not an easy thing to say, but it is a difficult placement if you're in a relationship, because you're having a rebirth of Mars in your marriage house. And either that can rebirth the marriage over the next 2 years, or it can cause difficulties in it. So marriage type relationships, new beginnings, but it's not going to be felt by you necessarily, okay, honestly, November 14th to the 27th. November 14th to 21st. And this is kind of like between 23 to 27 degrees when the Sun and Mars keep tracking. It's going to be felt by you over the course of 2 years. So this is the beginning of a longer story. So you want to check out my All Signs videos on that. That's coming out in early November, and also a webinar, because this is going to change your life, because it's angular and it's going to rock maybe even your marriage or relationships or the audience marketplace that you're reaching to. And legal agreements and contracts and vows are very, very on change ground, unstable ground during the next couple of years. Well, at the same time, Mars is doing the Sun, hugging the Sun, right? Hugging the Sun from the 14th to the 21st. He's in a kind of continuous trine to Neptune. Neptune is not minding a trine from Mars. This is like a flow, spiritual warrior energy. Good things are happening. Dreams are actionable. Steps are being made to and create your dreams come true, your imagination. But however, it is happening in the house of the significant other, and it may not even be about you. It may be their version of becoming available. And you don't have a significant other then, okay, if it's about you, it's people you're bringing into your life are contentious and Martian, and it's been feeling gnarly, except on the upside, there's some flow between those other people in your life and your 11th house of good spirit, friendships, friendship groups, larger social groups and circles. Can be a very nice time for you, therefore, as well, for social gatherings involving you and your significant love or business type partners. Now, finally, the 20th to the 23rd of the month, Mars forms a sextile to Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn in your 9th house of academics, your 9th house of God, father figures, things to do with third marriages as well, and things to do, second marriages, your second house, and things to do with what your spiritual philosophy is. Now, Mars is a sextiling, which is positive, easy, companionable energy. from the seventh house. And that can literally look like something I mentioned earlier. Are you and a significant other planning to travel, to take a foreign land trip? Those kinds of things look possible, even just any journey, honestly, on the 20th to the 23rd. And or legal contracts and matters begin to harmonize and gel for you on the 20th to the 23rd. Finally, on the 24th to the 27th of the month, Mars will move into Sagittarius. Now Mars moves into Sagittarius on the 24th, and then on the 24th to the 27th, he comes into a square to Saturn. So Mars is trying to clean up something to do with inheritances, chunky money, taxes, insurances, investment monies, 401ks, trying to get you to take bold declarative action to get things to work. But Saturn's got the parking brake on in your 11th house of good spirit. There can be some kind of tension here with somebody who's in a larger social group or an elder sibling that's kind of giving you a bit of a halt button when it comes to things you want to mobilize in that 8th house. I can make a lot of stories up, like, you know, there's an inheritance, but your elder sibling wants to stall the proceedings and it's taking time. A friend has some kind of sober-minded wisdom to offer you to slow you down so that you don't waste all your money by mistake in an investment that is going to be pie in the sky. So there's caution in the sky around money, and the cautionary energy comes from that friend or elder sibling part of the chart, your 11th house. Okay. So that's about it. I hope that was useful for you. And I really encourage you to grab my never to be offered again discount if you want it. It's here now and it won't be back. 35% off my 2024 All Signs videos, and plus a PDF that, over several pages of a PDF that give you the breakdown of the year ahead in great detail that you can have as a guide. So if that is something you really want to do and get that discount, anyway, just click the link below and check it out. There's a description of what you're getting if you want to grab it. That's the pre-sale order. You don't get the content until I release it the 3rd week of November, but you will get it, okay? And you will get it at a price it's not going to be ever seen again. So the pre-sale price. I'm literally getting that stuff ready now, and I'm really excited to release it to you guys. Have a great November. Enjoy the ride. Bye, everyone. Bye, you guys. Goodbye, you Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Risings.